So while John Boehner's back in Washington, D.C., saying we need to up the retirement age on Social Security and that we need to privatize it and that we should get rid of that Wall Street reform thing and then hand your Social Security over to the same banks that created that mess in the first place. Can you imagine if Social Security would have been privatized? Like our colleagues on the Republican side of the aisle suggested in their budget last year? Where would that be when that dropped from 11,000 down to 6,450? Maybe you just cut your monthly check when you're 70 years old and living on a fixed income from $1,000 down to 600. That's the kind of direct impact. And I tell you what, I've met women on the campaign trail, retirees, older gentlemen who are counting on it. They're getting, some of them, $500, $600, $700 a month. That's what gets them through month to month, and they've paid into it their entire life. We're not going to put tax cuts first and Social Security sector. And we're going to continue to build a first-class economy that we've begun to see in this state with our high-tech sector, with our renewable energy sector. We're going to build on what works for New Mexico, and we're going to recover this economy. And we're going to do it because of all the people in this room, because it's going to take an incredible volunteer effort to make this happen. The other side is not counting on their volunteer effort. I mean, they barely have a field campaign. They're counting on the swell of enthusiasm in the Tea Party to get them over the top. But we have an army of volunteers, and we need you to join. We knocked on 4,000 doors last Saturday. That's the kind of work that is going to get it done in this kind of election cycle. The economy has a long way to go. We just got this thing turned around, and we need to keep it that way. We were losing 750,000 jobs a month at the end of the Bush administration. We've created jobs, private sector jobs, for the first 8 months of this year. But when you're digging out of a hole, 8 million people deep, it's going to take us a while to get to where we need to be. We're not going to get there by going back to the exact things that got us stuck in this mess in the first place. So we need your help. We need you to volunteer, to pick up the phone, to go door to door for us. Because in this environment, that is what's going to get us over the top. It is the grassroots support of our volunteers that is going to make all the difference in this election cycle. And every time we turn somebody out that's not on the list for Brian Sanderoff or any of the other pollsters to poll, those are the people that change the map. And when we turn out that generation that turned out for the first time in 2008, and we make them regular voters in 2010, not only do all of us, we benefit in the short run by holding this congressional delegation together and being able to stand for the values that we've talked about for close to 4 years now. But that's a whole new generation of leaders that I'm counting on being in charge when I'm retired. The potential I see in that generation that showed up for the first time in 2008, we cannot turn our back on them. That is the future of this country, and we will not turn our back on them. And so join with them, join with us. Ensure you sign up to volunteer on your way out, because we will take you up on it, and that's why we're going to win come November 2nd. Thank you very much.